saddle up or something. It's crypto o'clock, yeah. Wandering these pixel prairies, hunting Bitcoin ghosts. Double dips and bull traps, who even knows? Who knows? Stumbled on Road Dawg's den, charts glowing dim, nightly at 10:30, where the weirdos swim. Harmonics, whisper secrets, risk games so quaint. Meme coins, leaping fences in this digital paint. Bitcoin and Jesus croons from the speakers low, while coins whimpering softly, putting on a show. So poke that like if you're bored, join the dog parade, super chat your nonsense, make the chat cascade. Member up for the shimmer, alpha drip so slow, subscriber don't whatever, let the boredom go. Oh, rounding up the oddballs in this crypto charade. Road Dawg Crypto, yeah, where plans get unmade. Plans unmade. Tunes like Buy Me a Vet, dripping honey, sweet road and kudo, twirling on Solana Street. Chart school doodle signs, giggles in the grind, rants on governments, fading chats on weed, unwind, mystical mumbo jumbo flare that's half asleep. Degens and misfits clustering, secrets they don't keep.
Off-kilter guitars stab.
Hover on the edge, super chat your plea, member keys to nowhere, join the apathy, like spark a tiny flame, crowd swell so mild in this dog days round, I feel vaguely beguiled. Ooh, poke that like if you're bored, join the dog parade, super chat your nonsense, make the chat cascade, member up for the shimmer, alpha drip so slow, subscriber don't whatever, let the boredom go. Poke that like if you're bored, join the dog parade. Still bored, super chat your nonsense, make the chat cascade, member up for the shimmer, alpha drip. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, Road Dawg or something. Woke up to a green candle, thought it was Christmas morn. Check my phone at the bus stop, portfolio reborn. Mom said, put it in premium bond. I said, Mom, you're adorable. Now I'm refreshing charts in the loo, feeling deplorable. Yeah, brilliant. They said, just hold still, darling. The moon is on its way, but the moon's got a mortgage and it's late on the pay. 'Cause the bull run is a fairy tale. Once upon a time, then they rang the closing bell. Big hands in the castle, small hands in the well. The bull run is a fairy tale. Go to hell. Tambourine hit plus faint, oi? September used to sparkle, October wore the crown, November brought the gravy, December wrote it down. Now every month's a guillotine, the charts are painted red, the wheels are doing pilot days while we're financially dead. They said, buy the dip, my love, it's only paper cuts, but the dip's a bloody canyon and we're running out of guts. Classic. The bull run is a fairy tale, glass slippers just a margin call, size 12 triple L. They're gobbling up the satoshis we dropped when we fell. The bull run is a faint. Oi! Once upon a block, there lived a little lamb. Then the wolf bought the abattoir and rebranded it Defy. Terms and conditions apply. 8 bars, wonky synth, the treasure is like a slot machine, panic attack. Beep boop, sold. Retails on the group chat, typing when Lambo in caps. Darling, it's pronounced Lamborghini. Captains going down with the ship, still saluting the collapse. Institutions in the VIP, sipping vintage beer with the confetti on the floor that they vacuum once a year. The bull run is a fairy tale, happy ending got delisted. Chapter 11, retail pale. They're stacking sats in bunkers while we're flocking off the grail. The bull run is a fairy tale, and we're the cautionary tale they tell. Shh. Once upon a wallet. Once upon a wallet. The end. Once upon a wallet. The end. Once upon a wallet. The end.
Well, buckle up, Buttercup. The show's getting ready to start.
Well, grab your boots and saddle up. It's crypto time tonight.
Yeah, saddle up.
Out on these digital.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, frogs and squirrels, welcome to Late Night Crypto, the delayed Late Night Crypto. Almost didn't happen. Late Night Crypto with the Road Dawg show. So there seems to be something in my boomer mind that makes me start falling asleep around, I don't know, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time where I'm from. And then I suddenly wake up and it's past time for the show. It's midnight. And I'm like, oh gosh, well, this sucks. I guess we're done. I guess we're not going tonight. I'm going to go to bed. I just go ahead and go to sleep, right? But no, about 5 minutes into it, I'm asleep. And like, all right, I guess we'll try again tomorrow, whatever. It's when the wife, you're not going to your show tonight? Light in my face. Well, I guess I'm awake now, so we're just going ahead and doing our late night show here, 1 a.m. in the morning, as I wake up with our sponsor, which, pardon me, but we have to have sponsors on this organically crowdfunded show here. So get ass coffee, get you some.
The morning's gray, the clock's a foe. The world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow. Good ass coffee's here, you know. Oh, the best part of waking up is good ass coffee in your cup.
Get ass coffee in your cup. That's what we need. All right, so last night was Apple Water night, and that was kind of weird. All the apple water is gone, and now we got some good ass coffee. How's it going, everybody? 11 people hanging out with me tonight. How we doing? Bless your hearts being up so late or early in the morning, depending on how you want to look at it. We got Anita. Can you please look at ladies? I can take a look at ladies. How are we doing, Anita? Good to see you here tonight. Switches over to the live chat. And how far can I go up here? I was playing with my bit rate earlier in the introduction, and it was doing a lot of the spinning. I keep getting these warnings that I'm not getting enough bit rate, and I don't know, some parts of the stream lag or get pixelated. So I've been trying to work on that. I haven't figured a damn thing out. Right now it seems like everything's fine, so different but fine. Postmodern Oddities, how's it going? Good to see you, my man. I think you were number 1. That's as far as I can go anyway. Postmodern Oddities, buy all the things. We got Scar Jaskell. Always is for all meetings. Anita Cho says, lucky I get paid today. Scar Jaskell says, it says the same things every time. Wait and see. What are we talking about? Just waiting and seeing. What are we waiting and seeing on? I'm just curious. Santa looking scary. You would think our Santa rally would be I mean, here we are today. Today we were waiting for the rate cut announcement or whatever, and it started looking interesting. And then we had the market makers just had fun again today, basically, and now we're seeing Bitcoin drop again. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Scar Jesco says, I'm buying everything right now. I'm loading up. We got Dave P in the house. How's it going, Dave? Good to see ya. Sitting there going reading through the chats here. Well, welcome to the stream, everybody. Hopefully I've got everybody here. Said hello to everyone. Postmodern Oddities. Dave P, Scar, Jesco, Apple Water, new sponsor, Apple Water. Yeah, might need to get me an Apple Water ad there. Postmodern Artist says, it's past my bedtime. What's going on here? I know it's past my bedtime too, technically. One Up Trading says, yo, how's it going? Good to have you here. Thank you so much. All right, so this is what our altcoins look like on the daily bubbles chart, and that looks kind of disgustingly normal for us. Where the gains we were hoping to we're achieving there have been given back up again. Another 4% drop, man. How many 4%, 3 and 4% days can we handle in a row? Well, luckily they're not happening in a row, but enough that it matters. They add up collectively week over week and month over month. Look at this, down on the weekly. Red on the monthly, look, is still down 20% on a lot of these guys on the monthly. Gosh, do we want to even look at the whole year? Yeah, this is where it gets sickening for a bull run, right? For a bull run, and the top 100, these are your strongest coins for a year. All right, so Bitcoin, here I am on the small 6-minute time frame. And you can see I've got a trend line. I've got several trend lines here, but on this particular chart, find it of interest. Oh, let's get this thing straightened out over here. From the wicks to this one's actually, I could go to the wicks there, but I noticed this line actually was up here. It was more touching these bodies and everything through here, more focused on that second wick there, and so I took that angle and I just brought it down to the other wick areas, and then it kind of pointed out this little scenario over here, like, oh man, that looks a lot like a bearish retest, and like you lost the trend line and you're doing a bearish retest of it, like before you come down. And yeah, it very well could be. Or if I want to cheat a little bit, maybe we're still inside it, just barely hanging on. It's a bear trap. I tend to kind of lean with this though, just to put things in perspective there. But we can get a bear trap out of it. We can get back into it, or maybe we're still in it, or we can continue and lose it. The biggest thing would be, what happened over here? And what happened is, unfortunately, that, well, we did get a lower low right here than this one. I mean, we went and take this one out at 88,000. But it's looking like we might want to test that out there. So today we had our run up, going back up to 94,000 target area that we had before. Still technically didn't hit my damn target that I'm looking for over here at right at 95,000. Try and see if we can squeeze out of this range here and get up to our 113 at least, or 272. And we haven't been able to do that. Every time we've been coming up to, and that's from last time that we were here, and that was in early December. I haven't been able to get past 94. I've had 94 for a target for a while, and especially in some of the thumbnails and stuff. Here we made the ever slight lowest low. We couldn't even take that guy out. After that was when all the strength came out of this move. But it did look promising in the afternoon that maybe something was going on up there to trap some people and maybe get another flag to the upside trap. And that's what happened over here last time we had the big bump up, right? But you know, this acted kind of normal. Normally when you get a big nice move like this, Charles Dow theory does look for the 50% pullback, and sure enough, that's where we come back to a lot of these times. That's why we use the 50%. Fibonacci is technically not a Fibonacci, but we got it on there. It's the anomaly. But it did just that, came back down to that 50% and hung out there. And even eventually made it down to the 618 before we spiked up there to make a lower low. Well, that's a pissy way to say thank you to rate cuts and all that, right? I mean, what the hell's that about? Swing high to swing low, couldn't even come back up to number one there. I guess we would count you as your 886 right there. And it all begs to say, well, what the hell is really going on with you right now? Still play with my Fibonacci's because, well, I got in trouble playing with them in school, and I'll probably get in trouble playing with them everywhere else. The most notable areas that we'll be looking for, we'll make an argument. Since we finally caught at the 618 instead of the 0.5, we just pulled those up over there. We're going to look at the 786 fib area here, see if we can catch a little play. This is short-term harmonic action, just based on this move here. And not really the greatest harmonic action. This idea also, this $89,000 area, if you take this over to the left, everything's in a box to the left. This is where we had our scary double bottom, which was freaking out your 1 minute flag chaser gurus in the morning, making them want to go short on both times here. And I think they did and lost some money on it, and they don't want to dog about it. But anyway, I don't know what they did. But that would be retesting this consolidation area. And that's cool. Maybe we've already filled that area here. Maybe that's enough to satisfy us. We can tease ourselves if we want to, or maybe we can just look at what the charts are saying. That looks like a bearish freaking retest, and we need to come down and make some kind of bottom in the structure somewhere. Tricky dicky for Bitcoin, but even trickier for the altcoins. But the most disappointing thing I think was this right here, just that lower low, giving us another chance for them to play with our emotions here. So today is now officially Thursday. We're getting set up for the weekend traps, and these weeks just get, I don't know, it's like we're not really making any headway. I mean, we're not dropping anymore so far. I mean, so far, he says, after we come back from the deaths of 80,000 there. Oh, this chart looks horrible. I mean, well, the way I got it all marked up in crap, it just looks like, huh. Let's see if I can find a one I can mess with. We haven't messed with in a while here. Well, I looked at this one in a while. That was we need this support zone, which we got that support zone. Those were our fib areas, and now the little bottom area. That was cool. Let's use this one and zoom out on Bitcoin, if you will. Take a look at the daily chart. And here on the daily, the line that we're playing with on my moving averages here is, well, it's the old devil lady right there on the daily. She made it to the big time frames again. We're right below it. We touched it one time, two times. This time we haven't touched it. Hopefully we don't go down to touch it again. currently on the daily. So that's where our major support has been. It's been Miss Lucy over here. It's been the devil. The devil has been. You've been wondering who's been chopping up and stealing all your money. Well, it's Satan. What the hell's that for, Sean? Why would you do that? Oh, why? Get that out. Hey, everybody. So, get the devil girl off the thing, Sean. Well, I'm distracted. Hey, yeah. Okay, so here. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Did we mention maybe we need some? Maybe we need some good ass coffee.
The morning's gray, the clock's a foe. The world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow. Good ass coffee's here, you know. Oh, the best part of waking up is good ass coffee in your cup.
That always gets me. I don't know what. How's it going, everybody? So here we are on the daily, and this is the Lucy line right here. The 666 moving average, the beast. All right, and for whatever reason, it is relevant, or I wouldn't be using it. 800 is way down here below it, but we caught some traction on it on the daily. Now these other moving averages, the green one is the 9, the red one is the 21. That's a bullish cross. We're just retesting the 21 moving average right here. So a lot of people looking at this as being a possible bear flag, and I mean, yeah, you can. Maybe it is. Sucks if it is. Look at this. I mean, you take your measure move for your old bear flagio, and that would take us down to like $68,000. That would suck. Can't believe you're even drawing it, Road Dawg. I can't either. I'm not much of a bear flag chaser there. However, when you consider that these are support areas, this could be a bottoming formation, kind of, well, we want to look for something a little bit different than just the standard bearish bear flag, right? Especially if we got some Fibonacci areas involved, such as swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy, and what did we bounce off of? We went off of 886. Very common retracement for your harmonic patterns. Just saying. Just knowing that you're the one of the most common retracements that you have for any harmonic pattern, which is a Fibonacci pattern based on M shapes and W shapes. Just knowing that a vast majority of them, well, I'm not saying the vast majority, they all don't, but several of them do. 886. Now, one of the big things when it comes to harmonics is like, well, where did it bounce from? You know, what if this is our peaks, well, what was our low? That has a lot to do with it too, as to what kind of pattern it's going to be an idea. But just know 886. Put that one in your pocket. As possible spoilers. Your next one is the 786, which comes in with your Gatleys. Your Gatleys. Your bats kind of get this one down here. Your Gatleys get this guy here. Your 618 retracements usually kind of get this guy right here. The 786er. And maybe she comes and does a little thing like this right here. And she gets out that 886 and then she hangs around there, the 786 there a little bit. Yeah, just kind of consolidates above it and everything right there. So that's cool and all, baby. So we're at some local bottom areas. From this low here, we made a higher low based on our Fibonacci's. That's cool and everything, but what does it say on the bigger picture? Bigger picture thing is really the most important way, I think, to look at this, and that's when we zoom out. and that's from our low to our high, and that's where we got this guy. This guy is our 382 Fibonacci on the bigger picture. Our 382 Fibonacci retracement. What? Like one of the coolest places ever for us to bounce if we want to go for a high, and it be a nice and juicy one. Let's just impeccable. This is, if we were lucky, that's a great setup for the beautiful AB equals CD move, or all the cool kids I think now are just saying ABCD move. The alphabet move, where you take a measured move. We just went from swing low to swing high, right? Now we take that move effectively. This is how the ABCD pattern works. Put that onto the 382 Fibonacci, and then we come up to extension areas, which luckily I happen to have already drawn out for your viewing pleasure right here. But the one particular that it takes us up to is this guy, which is the 618 Fibonacci extension. Technically, it's the negative 0.618 by my little cheater system that I got going on over here, but it all works just the same. Believe it or not, this sounds crazy where we're coming in the bear market. That's $195,000, people. That's crazy talk. But sexy AF, right? All right, well, we got a few other honorable mentions over here that we should probably talk about. One's going to be this little guy right here. But we're also going to take a look at this guy. The 272. That's 156. Even if we just go up just a smidgen, and I think that we will probably have a reaction here because we do seem to like these 113s here on Bitcoin. About 139, 138. If we can make this little bounce here happen at this magical green line that we got. And considering that this is our trend line for our overall move, I would say we're probably doing a pretty good job based on past performance of how we've reacted at these trend line areas and even bottom areas when we double top and gave it all up. And bear market's here. It's April 2025. This is the bear market. You just don't realize it yet. You guys are stupid. Oh hell, we went up to an all-time new high right there. Took that argument out of the equation, didn't it? Made those people look stupid. And now we're back here at the same area, regaining the 9 and most recently the 21 moving average here on the daily time frame. If there's anything that can give you hopium, that's my spiel for the bullish argument here. Goodness gracious, do we have that big of a delay going on? Did I just hit the hopium button? Hi Mom, how are you doing? I think we got a major delay going on right here. I gotta wait and see when the little turkey waves. Either that or I accidentally hit that. Wow, this thing looks like, alright, like a 30 second delay. Oh, now we got circles. That's always fun. Alright, well, we're having technical difficulties tonight. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. All right, but zooming out, we can see that, right? Okay, that's our hopium dreams. All right, but we do have this trend line. You can't deny the trend line. The trend line be there, right above Lucy's belly button, right there. Y'all remember Lucy, right? Yeah, come on, y'all got your memory is better than mine, right? You remember Lucy. The devil girl. Now there's two ways that we can look at this. Well, there's lots of ways we can look at it. One I kind of like is the ZO channel idea. And, this 139 target fits very nicely into the upper regions of this Chanel idea that we might be in. Now, something a little bit more kind of funky would be if it's open and expanding. An open and expanding channel, which you can make an argument for that too. You got 3 touch areas for here, and that does open up the possibilities for 156. And this is coming into 2026 time frames here, but you can see how we got a good setup for something like that could be happening. Or we could just lose this and tumbles down and Bitcoin goes to 0 and the whole world falls apart, World War III, whatever. However it happens, or what a lot of people are saying, look, it's a shoulder ahead, we're going to come up and we're going to make another shoulder, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Global adoption for Bitcoin, but we're going back to $3,000 because, well, that's what we've always done in the past. But I say, ladies and gentlemen, this trend line right here looks fantastic or sexy to me. And we'd probably do what we've done the last few times that we've been on that trend line. Start going toward the other side. The only thing is we didn't touch it this last one. That's the first sign of weakness right there. Alright, so if that be true, if this be a bottom and this be our last top, what about some good juicy targets on the way? I mean, if we're going to play this game. Well, we took a Fibonacci from our swing high down to our swing low here on Bitcoin. Here on the daily chart. And we're going to take a look at that 236 area. And I'm going to make me a nice little fat ass red line going all the way across the screen like I normally do with this guy. And that tells me, well, gosh darn it, man. Anywhere between the red line and the green line, that was just well, technically down here to the purple line. Where we bottomed out there. They went in balls deep right there. Anywhere below here would be our accumulation zone. I mean, if we had a lot of money, we're trying to get Bitcoin on the low at them low juicy fib areas. Yeah. If I had a bunch of millions and billions of dollars and I was trying to build me a position on Bitcoin under $100,000 before it goes to 138, right here would be a pretty good place just to kind of, put some fun in the market, get people scared. Christmas, we already screwed the pooch and screwed up their October bull run, sold on their asses, took that profits. Now we can buy some more Bitcoin with it right here. Yeah, good area. Tell everybody it's a bear flag and that we're going down to 68,000. Good move, man. Good move. Awesome move. Yeah, I think we're gonna reel them suckers in here, and who cares, man? When they finally figure out that they need Bitcoin in 2026, well, we're gonna crank out that premium on them, make them catch up. We'll have them chasing $138,000, no problem. Scare the bejesus out of them when they're down in the 90s. Whew. They don't want to go through that $80,000 pain again, although we might do it again in January. All right, so the red line is telling us below it, if this be our bottom, and we got reason to think that it may be, right? Right? I got reason to think it might be. As soon as we get past here, this $91,200 area, our next target area is going to be right here at 98. That is our fantabulous 382 Fibonacci. Beyond that would be graduating to check out this little zone over here where we were just zigzagging like a mofo, and that's at 108,000. There is, of course, a 50% target in the middle there at 103 we need to keep our eyes on. You can use that as a target. As you see, there is a little hiccup going there. I like to use it as, well, as a thermometer, because, you know, that's the knife's edge right there, that 0.5. Between 0 and 100, that's smack dab in the middle right there, 50%. One side of the blade, you got the bulls. On the other side, you got the bearish situation. This is the positive side. This is the negative side. We on the negative side right now, baby. And all that means is, well, you know, we're sticking around with the living room area and the kitchen and all that, but sometimes we're a little closer to the basement, and we might have to go down to the basement every once in a while. But, you know, once we get past that split level here, those annoying split level houses, once we can get past here, well, then we start to play with the upper areas, you know, the master bedroom with the master bath. And then there's the spooky attic that's got Casper the Ghost in here. Our 1.272, by the way, is also our previous 1.13 target. I'm just, you're laughing. What are you saying? You're saying numbers, and what does it mean? I mean, I got some overlapping Fibonacci areas here. And that's a general harmonic sign of confluence. Right here, 138, 139. So I think if, at least with Bitcoin, now I can't speak for altcoins, but at least with Bitcoin, if you can survive this shakeout, don't let them shake you out, baby. And if you are trying to make a low leverage play, you can do some low leverage, 2 to 3x starting out with. If it takes off, yeah, you heard me right. I know you see everybody else using 40, 50x leverage, but they're making the money. I mean, we saw one today that caught that little small move we had. $9,000 is what I'm seeing put out, and then they didn't even fulfill the target. I mean, the target wasn't going to get hit anyway, but I don't know, man. I see people do things and play with these tools like they know what they're doing with them. But, you know, if you got a trade set up and you go through and use this tool and do all this, and you know, I'm not going to take it unless it's a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. No, heavens no. But you never let the trade play out, so you get your 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio, and it goes up and, oh look, I'm going to take my money and run. I saw one dude put $9,000 into a trade, came out with about $800 profit, and was excited about it. And I was like, why did you take such a risky trade on FOMC day or whatever, you know, the Fed day? I don't know. That was just, I mean, they you know, they but you know, the trade thing. What does it matter if it's a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio if you're not ever going to, you know, put a trade set up that has a realistic target that you can meet and comfortable going with? I don't. I see crazy stuff out here sometimes, people. It doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, not everybody has $9,000 to put out there so they can make $800 and say, look, see, it's that easy and you can do it too, and you just got to do it 10 times a day and maybe you can buy a Lambo like I did with all my trading group income. $99 a month, you can join my group. But I can't be hypocritical because, you know, for you guys that want that very intimate experience, I'm pleased to announce my OnlyFans group. Yeah, you heard me, baby. It's that time of year where you can get your Bitcoin price chart setups with my gunky, toe jammy, fungusy toenails pointing toward the best, in my personal opinion, optimized entry and exit positions. Yeah. Yeah. If this is something that interests you, links are in the description below. See you there. Stop trying to link me. That's gross. Anyway. Back to our charts. All right, so back to this daily chart. What else is going on over here? So we did our Fibonacci analysis here. We talked about our moving averages and Miss Lucy over here. We're above her, thank gosh. What else is going on? Our 200 moving average is also coming up with our 618 Fibonacci area. That's always fun to see. I like that. It won't be there forever, and as price goes up, that will change. But right now, it looks kind of comforting. Ironic, you know, a lot of times you will see these things match up at the time, but they do change. They do change, but it's wild. So these are the two areas, the main two areas I'm kind of got my eye on right now, as we try to climb this ladder back up and hopefully go for a higher high, which can be this little place right here, 139. Sounds crazy, right? Sounds crazy until you zoom out and just see what our price structure has been gradually for Bitcoin over the past few years. It is the apex predator asset out there. And though they're playing games right now, trying to get us all scared, you can tell they're playing games, but look at the volume. What did they do down here last time we were down in the dumps? There's a lot of volume going on down there, especially when they was trying to push it down there. They were pushing it down there, just like they were pushing it over here. Push it. You're a bunch of pushers. So they tried to do a bunch of stuff, and then we can at least come up. And I would expect it to at least come up halfway, right? You put that beach ball underwater, she's going to pop back up for a moment. And here they are taking us into the weekend, trying to scare us out again. Are they going to dump us on this weekend? Are they going to go sideways? I don't know. Weeks is making higher highs and higher lows. I would suggest that we would continue in that continuum. Perhaps if we come down to a smaller time frame, we can get some more answers. And here on the 4 hour, we bumped our head on the 200 moving average, not just one time, but twice. And this is where we made our lower low, and that's why we're feeling all depressed today. Oh man, this bear flag's going to win and kick our asses again. We just might as well go ahead and sell and give it up today. Man. And there's some of that sentiment going on. I kind of like this channel idea. That's just going from the bodies to the bodies to get the angle. That's a beautiful bear trap, or a beautiful bear flag. It might be. I mean, it can. I don't want to dash any bears, wishes or whatever. But yeah, let's dissect it for what we got. And then we got this trend line going there. That's the one we're losing right now. This particular 4 hour candle right here off of this rejection. How dare you do this to us? I can't believe you would do this to us, Bitcoin. What the hell? On rate cut day, you're going to come down? That's just obscene. It's almost like you're trying to do something out of meanness, you meanie. You silly meanie. What else could you be doing here? You bounced off the 618. That's so beautiful. That takes us up to our target that we already got mapped out over here, by the way. 98,000. Just saying. Pardon me just a moment, folks. Alright, so there is some rejection here on the 4 hour. We just couldn't do it. But what are we testing right now? So we got rejected off the 200 moving average. Got a U-turn on the 9. Oh, that's not what we want to see there. Not what we want to see. Close the candle body underneath it. That looks nasty. Don't like it. But we are here at the 100 moving average. Well, that's beautiful. Where's Miss Lucy hanging out? Well, unfortunately, Miss Lucy and all them, they're way up here. Oh, we need, and we're trying to make little stair steps back up on these moving averages to climb our little happy asses back up there. It's just that we couldn't get past the 200 right now. We got past. We did the same thing back here with the 100. Look, couldn't get past that. We bumped our head on the 100, right? And it kicked our ass a few times, but then we kicked its ass finally, and then got it as support. It's that same kind of game that we do on the mall here, basically. So right now, 200 moving average kicked our little happy asses, and we might come back up, try to get up there again, or just maybe this is it. It kicks our asses again. We take a deep ass retracement. I hope not, but maybe we do. 86,000 could be it. 87 could be on the program. I'd hope that we would just come down to 89 100, 89 200 and bounce from there. Let's make it, a little higher low here, higher step, because we already hit our 618, right? We already took care of that little guy, and that could be what sets us up for the nice AB equals CD. Remember that guy we were talking about over here? The bread and butter of what we do around here, and take us up more toward this 98.7, 98.8 area. So that's what I chop. Lots of chop going into this weekend, but there can be some good runs on it. Games they play. Here's our indices over here. Now this is the SPX. This is tech stocks basically. Well, they're okay. Hell, they're back up at all-time highs basically. Almost at 69,000. Well, they're doing quite all right. It's okay. They're not suffering. This is our this is the stablecoin dominance over here. We're just hanging out sideways in what could be a very bullish pattern for this formation, meaning it would make it go up. Now if it goes up, puts us in quite an unusual situation here for crypto. Is that new money coming in, or is that money coming out of altcoins going into stablecoin? What's going on here? Or is it a mixture of both? It's not a very reliable chart really to follow anymore, in my personal opinion. But we still got Bitcoin dominance, which is also hanging sideways and not going down. This is the one that we need to go down more than anything. See the heat come off of Bitcoin and the excitement get back into altcoins. Well, I guess it's not the one. I guess we also need total 3 to actually go up, right? So total 3, this is what we've been watching. And she did get a little funky, and it looked like, we've had a breakout. But we're lacking that low momentum to get out of this little bottom zone here. We're still in this accumulation zone. The good thing is we're still making higher lows. I guess we can take this little guy on out there. If I draw him correctly I'm going from a wick to a body there for this angle. I might actually still have a little bit more to go down. That would suck, I know. I feel it in me altcoins, the few that I have left, which is far too many. But we're down at support. This little green line right here can be our support, and maybe we'll get a little altcoin action this weekend as we kind of fluctuate through here, since we obviously can't seem to break out of this $900 billion area and go back to 1 trillion at this moment for altcoins. Altcoin rally! It's altcoin season, ladies and gentlemen. 2025 was the year of altcoin season. It was the year of weekly altcoin season calls, especially in the spring through summer. Oh my gosh. But it never did manifest, did it? Well, that is our Bitcoin excitement. And so we're hanging around 90,200 at the moment. Down at the lower levels here, where we could either continue to drop or are we going to bounce to the upside. So the 1 hour you see is the 800 we were rejected off of that area. But you got a bullish cross, 360 trying to cross bullishly over the Lucy line. Let's try it. The 6 minute time frame is the one that I usually look at, and there's the signs of hope here. Is the 360 being above the 600 and 800s. The bigger moving averages is the only sign of hope, because oh my gosh, you broke through them all there. So we were looking, I believe, at on the smaller ones. I think when we first started, we still got a possibility of touching these little zones through here, right? But I think we were looking mostly at this 786 area, putting more emphasis right here. So for a local place we could touch, and that would also be retesting the top of here. Hopefully we don't. But considering how we just fell through this so far, got rejected twice over there, more than likely we will touch one of these two little guys right here locally, in my opinion. We just haven't done it yet, but we still got until Friday or whenever for them to scare us and put us down there if they're going to. But if we can get a bounce from down there, maybe we can actually start working on, you know, coming back up here 93, 94. So just a little give and take, a little wishes. They want to make us seasick, is how I'm trying to. We're on a cruise ship that is going, oh my god, oh, make it stop, jeez. Make you want to throw up, and especially if you're trying to ride these altcoin backs, because they are not showing us very much love here at all. Well, I see I got a bitrate problem going on again. I cannot get this thing solved. I don't know what it is. If I were to do internet speed test, I think you can see that I've got some decent speed going on right here, so there's no reason why the hell I should be doing this. Maybe some of you tech savvy people out there could, because here's my upload. So if I'm doing 7 Mbps, whatever, per second download and 56 upload, I mean, I don't understand why I'm getting all these issues here with YouTube. That doesn't make any sense to me. So some of our favorite altcoins, such as Tau, EO Tau, also testing a support area. Let's see if we can take that, put it down to this wick, see if we got a response. Ooh, nice. Okay, I think we got the angles. I think we got the angles. I think we got it. Looks like we got some little rounding going on here at bottom support. Possible inverted head and shoulders, bottom reversal pattern going on here. This is the right place to look for it anyways, in a bottom support area after a downtrend. That's when you want to look for these guys. Not at tops like a lot of your little pattern force guru guys are out there trying to teach. So possible accumulation zone for Tau. All right, anywhere under 322 should be a good accumulation price point. 363 is a good longer term target to hold for once we get out of the zone. And it's only a 28% gain on spot. Not the big life changer, is it? If it was back at $50 and it's going to go back to $700, might have something. Right now, it's just kind of, what the hell's this, Helen? It just sits there and doesn't do anything. Kick it. Maybe it'll do something. Chat, how we doing tonight? Let's come back over to the old chat. See what you guys are doing with our very, very late night stream going on tonight. Russell hit a new all-time high, 25.51. That sounds like a domestic issue to me. Did they call the cops on him? Did he go to jail? Because that happens a lot, I think. Russell, you need to reel in that anger man. You need to go to anger management. I told Russell all that you might want to get some anger management. You know, I'm just saying, or smoke some magic smoke, man. It chill you out. The magic smoke. You want me? It make you chill. You love everybody with the magic smoke. Russell, fill me, my man. Magic smoke. That's the answer. That's what you need is the magic smoke. And I don't know. I guess he didn't listen. Russell, you hit it, huh? Russell hit it. All right, well. Hip in the streets again, Russell. Ave Medina says Bitcoin's low on ratings, needs to smoke the season's ending. Take your shirt. Take off your shirt, Patty. What the hell? Does this say smoke? So smoke them if you got them. That's what Grandpa always said. And his Volkswagen van. Everyone moving to stonks and silver. Man, silver has been crazy, hasn't it? I mean, silver's going for brand new all-time highs. This thing got me going, maybe I need to buy some silver. And I'm like, oh my God, don't feed into that idea. Don't buy the highs. I won't, but is this not you? I'm on silver token or something right here. Silver. We want to actually go with the there we are, $62. I have my targets, 70 and 86 for silver based on Fibonacci. What else we got going on here? Wait a minute. Do we do you based on that? What else we got going on here? I'm just asking for a friend. Let me see what happens at 65. She does need to chill out. Even from, I've got those targets there, and I can't remember how I think I pulled them from this guy here, and it's based on Elliott Wave. I think that's what those, I should have put notes up, which is not what I normally do. I'm not normally an Elliott Wave person, but we'll check them out. But it's already at one of our major levels here. For it to start turning around that. And we got one up just a wee bit higher. It could be pressing up to, but silver should be turning around here soon, shortly. And that's a very big, strong move. And I know, we want to see it go up to $80, $90, and we got those targets, $70, maybe, but see the pushes, it goes up, and then we start giving it back, right? And I don't think this will be any different once we just top out. It's closer to topping out than not, in my personal opinion. So, 65, squeezing to 70, but we are at the PRZs, the potential reversal zones. These are them. We're in the attic, playing on the we're screwing the light bulb in on the attic. We're at the very top of the roof here. We don't have much further we can go before we bump our head and have to let gravity bring us down a little bit, in my personal opinion. Let's say wake up and silver's $250 an ounce. That would be a crazy day. Your electronics would be off the chain, wouldn't they? Ladies and gentlemen, give me just a moment. I turned the microphone off, did I? We'll be right back. And like magic, we are so back. Postmodern Oddity says nobody likes crypto anymore, I guess. Well, after you get your ass handed to you so many times, you kind of give up on something. You don't want to pet that little monkey anymore if it keeps giving you VD, right? That didn't come out right. But I would not pet any monkeys that give you VD. Just to be clear on that angle. I didn't mean to go there, but since we've addressed it, and that maybe that's a public service issue we need to discuss here on Road Dawg Crypto. But any monkeys that do have VD, I recommend that you don't poke them. All right, just saying. Don't be poking them random monkeys. Altcoin going on. Make it go up. Kind of expensive. Abe says 1080 60 frames per second should be about 4,500 9,000. I've got it set to where it should be about 9,000. I've been playing with the codec and some other stuff too. I don't know. It's getting on my nerves though, trying to figure it out. It's obviously not the internet connection. Could it be? I didn't have that problem until I put a little plug in it, but I don't have the plug-in activated. Oh man. And let's see. Now we're getting that going on over there again. We'll try to figure it out. Abe says light up. Is it dark? Bitcoin, what are you doing over here right now as we're speaking? You're just hanging out being boring AF right now, Bitcoin. Just not doing a dang thing. Trying to look bear flaggy as all get out. But see, I like the Ichimoku cloud. Now, if I didn't have the cloud there, I'd be looking at this. Oh my God, it's a bear flag. Oh, but the cloud says, well, we got some moving average crosses. The cloud didn't say that. The moving averages say that. But the cloud says, ooh, I'm big and thick. And then there's this little bitty thing of green right there. Can you see that? Where we're switching colors. Green is usually good if we're on the upper side of it. So there's a good chance we're squeezing through the cloud to get up above there. And that just kind of means to me that, well, this trend line that we had going on over here is just starting to develop slowly. And it might, if we take another little lower down, it might develop a little bit more of a shallower angle. But we come down after one of these big drops, and it takes a little while to get our trend angle sorted out. It always starts out steep, and then we get a pullback, and that first one, that may not be the one that gets it. It may gradually kind of put us down lower here, but until it does, we go with what we got. Candle bodies to candle bodies is the easiest way. We're on the 6-minute time frame, so we're catching it early. And just guessing that it's hard to tell here because you can't really go by angles on TradingView because you skew everything. But considering what we got there, this is more of a 45-degree angle than not. And so we can get something akin to 45. That's generally what we try to look for. But like I said, that's kind of suck because you can. What, is that a 45? Is that a 40? What's a 45? Very subjective. If you're on graph paper, though, I guess it'd be a different story. And it's probably why. Candle bodies to candle bodies. Look at that magnificent breakout with no volume. Sucks. Kelly, how's it going, Kelly? Good to see you. Postmodern Odyssey says, that's wild. It was like $25 for the longest time of silver. The silver bullet. Let's come over to CoinMarketCap. So our fear and greed is at 29. It's a lot better than at 10 where it was, right? Our yearly low of fear and greed was November 21st. A few weeks ago we got down to 10. And a year ago it was at its high. Greed was at 81 a year ago. Wow, think about this last year. This time last year, we were pumping with some altcoins. That was the second best pump that we had all cycle. Still not as good as the one we had in 2024 in spring, right? So these are the top coins that have been our winners and losers in the top 300 in the last 24 hours. Still, the ones over here on the top are not normal ones that we see at the top. Monero is starting to get a little bit of a, hanging around this $400 area now. We still see a lot of the smaller, very small market cap coins here. Even Pippin is up at 34 cents. That one, I don't know what the hell's going on with that one, but it's still hanging up there. You've already missed the train on this one. I wouldn't be chasing that train unless you want to get your legs cut off. 34 cents on it. Still, oh, here we go. That was the daily. Ichimoku Cloud looks bitchin', but ooh. So you did get out on this little channel idea, huh? Better move from that channel could get us up to 45 cents. We already did hit. We did actually hit that target there. 37, 38. How far did you get up? 38 cents. This little guy, since it's already hit a 113 and almost 272. I'm just kind of curious if it's going to come on back down. It might come. I don't know how to go for a 382. I'd look for about 29.5 cents, and then for it to go maybe to 40, 45, or 50 after that. That would be one idea I'd be trying to chase. The other one here, just mouse from where we are, that would be the perfect thing to do, but I don't know what's making it, and don't know that I would trust it to keep doing it. Definitely wouldn't want to chase it this far in. Some people do that. I want to chase what's hot. Buy the flag to the upside. These guys are taking a hit and hurting. Look, Avalanche, you're down to under $14 again. Gosh darn it, Avalanche. What is up with you, man? May have to go doctor my altcoin bags. Get them ready for the weekend. Avalanche, here in the 4 hour, you got rejected at the 200 moving average, 1482. Well, you took that's quite the hit. That 10% drop there. I mean, Avalanche, that's crazy. Why you do that? All right, so we got our candle bodies to most of these candle bodies. Look at that little lone wick right there. Is that a little lone wick? Let's take it, line it up with that wick. And go from the candle bodies to that wick. Could go from the wick to the wick, but what does that do? I mean, we can. It probably nails the wick that we're at right now. We can look at any of those little variations. I like bodies to bodies more than anything, or bodies to wicks. But we can take the wicks to the wicks to the wicks.